podcast series, Nirvana Cosmosis podcast. Take one. There we go. Alright, y'all, come on in. Come as you are, as you were, as I wanted you to be. And you're listening to Nirvana Cosmosis podcast, where we talk about trauma, healthy relationships, lifestyles, and finding your truth. We got some lovely art behind me. You can see it. Try to do as much as I can with organization. But, nothing is ever going to be perfect in life, So I said, fuck it, and I'm going to try to display some of art by Tati. So art by Tot on Instagram, art.by.tot. So check her out. And here we are. It's my first time doing a video for this series. So we're all in, and we're ready this time. So let's get it. I hope you guys are vibing with me today. Hope you're having a lovely day. And let's get started. So we're back. Nirvana Cosmosis podcast. Thank you for listening again. And I've been taking a much needed break, and honestly I didn't know when I would be back to it, be back to the groove, and feel ready again to continue. This journey of reflection, speaking my truth, mastering my life, has been a hard one. I mean, if you guys are here with me, you're here going through struggles and fighting the obstacles of life every single day, and you understand that every day is not going to be the best day, and you just got to keep moving. Because I've been busy living and working and existing. That's why I haven't been posting, and I'm back with more words to say and more truth to speak. Don't you worry. If everyone is a product of society, who will say the things that need to be said and do the things that need to be done without compromise? That was a quote from Lauryn Hill, one of my favorite artists and musicians. So this episode is gonna be about truth, God, and spirituality. We're gonna dive into all of that. So I'm gonna go into spiritual hygiene. Let's talk about it. What is it? Why are people spiritual, and why do they need to keep up with it? Because spiritual means, the definition is the connection to something bigger than us, kind of deeper meaning of life. It's giving yourself that deeper meaning of life. And hygiene is a reinforcement of the good habits leading to a better way of life, of a better, healthier life. So it's working towards healing. Spiritual hygiene is just you're working towards that goal of being healed and being spiritually awakened, Yeah.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools to allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Music, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
It's always weird to hear your voice. But yeah, check out Anchor if you get a chance. That's where I make my podcast. I record every single episode from Anchor, so please check it out. So yeah, let's get back to it. First of all, having good spiritual hygiene is so beneficial for mental health and emotional, even physical. Jill Harrison, a doctor, said you have to strengthen and reinforce this behavior. So, for example, good emotional hygiene would be going to therapy or journaling, writing things down, and going through your thoughts. That's a way to be mindful and be in touch with your spiritual hygiene. So I just want to say, life is hard. You guys know it. I know it. Life is fucking hard. And you know this. I know this. This is a known thing. As humans, we're always looking for something to make it a little bit easier. We're always looking for something and a bit more enjoyable, pleasurable, with whether that be drugs, sex, food, exercise, whatever you do. That's your thing to escape the shitty times that we go through, And my thing is connecting with other humans. That's my thing. intellectually, sometimes physically, but just connecting authentically without restriction, hesitation, or judgment. That's my thing. How nice would it be if you could do that thing every day, every morning? I mean, you can, depending on what that thing is. But hear me out. Are you willing to be open to trying something unfamiliar that over time can also give you some of that same feeling? Are you willing to try something new to get that same feeling of joy, of pleasure? If you can commit to this, it will give you that feeling. And I have a secret. Your wounds from birth till now can give you that same feeling, even a more thrilling feeling. Healing those wounds can give you so much pleasure, so much joy, so much appreciation for life. And it can even be a more thrilling feeling that will actually last days, months, years with dedication and with discipline. How the hell can I heal my trauma from when I was 5 years old? Hold on, give me a sec. Let me explain. Let's start with the last instance where that made you feel any other emotion than joy. Really think. Whether it was a conversation, an unfortunate event that occurred, or something you witnessed happening to somebody else. You got it? Well, identify the emotion. Let's name it. Let's name the emotion Craig. Craig is distraught. He's sad. He's confused. So, play by play, what happened? What happened in this unfortunate event or conversation? Think back. Something you witnessed happened to someone else. Just think back. Pause this and write a couple sentences or a page, however you would like to explain in detail how this changed your disposition, your mood. You can pause it or you just think for a second. So, however you would like to explain it, just explain it. And let's reflect on this. Why did that mood change? Why did your mood change? Why were you so affected? Who was involved? Who was there? Let me ask you something. Will this matter in 10 years? Okay. Is it something you can really release worry and fear from? Okay. How can you react or respond differently next time? Why do you think you allow this instance to drain you and to affect your peace of mind? Now, can you talk to Craig and tell him that it's okay to visit you, but he can go now? This is a mindfulness technique. It's perfectly okay, and it's honestly a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing to feel. Please feel all the feels. Like, it's a wonderful thing. So just let yourself feel. And hey, and don't get stuck, okay? Let it pass. Life is too motherfucking short, man. This moment is precious. What are some ways to be mindful if you didn't like that technique? Do not do things mindlessly. Just slow down. And I don't mean everything in slow motion. I mean, I kind of do. Do things in slow motion. Remember the tortoise and the hare story? Life is a marathon, not a race. Take risks, baby. Calculated, thought out ones. And breathe and hydrate. The little things matter. We're on the topic. If you're always racing to the next moment, what happens to the one that you're in? Slow down, and everything you are chasing will come around and catch you. How do I slow down? If I slow down, everyone will surpass me. I'll be behind. I'll lose. You know that famous saying, it's not about winning. It's about how you play the game. Think about it. Wow, it's been a minute since my last episode on emotional awareness. Back in December, it might have been. And since then I've traveled. I've left the country. I went to Honduras. I turned 23. It's my Jordan year. I quit my job and I lost myself, and I found myself, and I lost myself. I found myself. I've learned so much after like working on myself, doing that shadow work, and really working on all my insecurities and trauma, and just meditating and stuff, and doing yoga. Yoga really helps for me. But I've learned so much about myself, and I hope you guys are doing the same, taking care of yourself. It's important. Honestly, the past 2 weeks have been crazy for me. I learned a lot, and I learned how fucked up society is, and I guess I knew that, but I just learned how powerful I am, and how my abilities are endless, and how life really is what you make it. Thanks, Hannah Montana. I learned so much about myself through music, therapy, and alone time, and reflection. And honestly, after I quit my job, I became a little depressed for weeks. And it wasn't until I realized that I was just different than other people, and that I didn't have to conform to be happy, to listen to, just conform. I just had to be me and not feel bad about it. I found my truth, which I thought I had found before, but you can keep rediscovering and reinventing yourself every day, no matter what people say. You know what? How people react to you is not a reflection of you. Just know that. It's a reflection of them and their unhealed trauma. It is a projection of whatever they have going on, So keep on keeping on. Anyways, truth. Through our lens of perception. Your truth may be that Jesus died for our sins, or it may be that there are many gods or none at all. Your truth is your truth. It's beautiful, and to have beliefs and opinions and to respect every person's way of thinking, even if it's different. I think that's important. Just respecting other religions, respecting other ways of life, because that's how they get through the day, I think that's very important. And in religious texts, God is referred to as being omniscient. Omniscient? Omniscient. All-knowing, omnipresent, omnipotent. It's like being aware of your past, present, and future, being everywhere at all times and all-powerful. That's like omni. The root of omni means all, the absolute, immeasurable. Absolute consciousness. Consciousness equals God. And these are some notes from Aubrey Marcus' podcast, episode 128, where he talks with, he has a bunch of guests every episode, and he talks about God and spirituality. So it's kind of inspired this episode today. So, so absolute is consciousness, it's God. The ground of being is consciousness. All is God, all is consciousness, if you think about it. Everything in between is the division, in the Abrahamic religion, they often kill the ego or talk about death of the ego. But ego is differentiation, You have id, ego, and superego, right? From psychology. And without ego, love cannot exist. It can't move. Love is based on I and thou, I and another. Ego is your hero's journey, And our soul is at peace. Our soul, which is different from our ego, is a piece of consciousness. It's our inner experience, Buddha said the way it is not in the sky. Oh, Buddha says the way is not in the sky, the way is in the heart. All religious systems are designed to protect you from the direct experience of God. So if you think about it, from Isaiah, that was from a quote from Isaiah 42 in the Bible. And God is a verb, not a noun. If you think about it, if God is all, if God is consciousness, if God is everything and everywhere at all times, he's more of a verb than a noun. So just chew on that. But I just want to say, like, my aspirations, they come from a lot of places. People, things, the desire to heal and to help others is my driving force. But then I have my, the people that I kind of see on YouTube and other podcasters like Aubrey Marcus and Joe Rogan and Andrew Huberman, who's a neuroscience. I'm really into neuroscience and biohacks. Ben Greenfield, shout out to him. A few experts in self-mastery that taught me the basics, and I've taken it to a whole new level, basically. I guess this episode is me sharing my truth and giving you little tidbits about spirituality and hoping that you can see a purpose for it in your life. You know, for everyone listening in, anything is possible. Do not let anyone tell you any different. Fuck it, don't listen to me. Don't listen to anybody's opinion. Decide for yourself. Create yourself. Here's a few affirmations. I am an extension of the universe. I am a divine being. I am connected to the universe. I release the past and let go of the future. Everything that I need, I already have. Everything that I have is all that I need. Everything that I seek, I will receive. Because my reality is created by me. Stay present, my friends. Namaste.